Now we're going to do the call out for the immediate blessings. Today we have Dr. Deng from Singapore. He's also an English interpreter for our Kaohsiung online team. Let's watch some film first about Dr. Deng. You can see Dr. Deng came to Cambodia to do the free clinic. Dr. Deng also brought volunteers from Singapore to Cambodia. 46 of them went to Cambodia to help. Also, totally, there were 105 volunteers helping with the free clinic. Oh yeah, recently we had a TIMA annual meeting. They always meet around the Mid-Autumn Festival. And see, Dr. Deng and his folks received the award from the TIMA annual conference. Yeah, actually, this is the Kindness Hospital recommended us. They nominated us to receive the award. In Singapore and Malaysia, you can see how they are related to Sri Lanka. They went to Sri Lanka to help folks there and provide a free clinic there. Wow, look at the residents. They came 2 hours before the free clinic started because they have waited for 6 years. And Dr. Deng and his folks are very happy to come here to help these people. Many people registered. So they have to bring a lot of materials, equipment from Singapore to Sri Lanka. Oh, because of the COVID, that's why they had to wait for 6 years before the medical team could go there to help. And we're very glad that Dr. Deng is one of our English interpreters, so he's one of our team members. Now, this is when the Kaohsiung study group reported to Master, and Dr. Deng shared his experience with Master and the folks on site. Yeah, these two sisters, teacher Mei Yun already said, they had to translate to Malay from English. This is how we started the English interpretation. Teacher Mei did not know that they didn't read or understand Mandarin. That's why she realized later that she has to give them the English files whenever possible. Okay, let's welcome Dr. Deng. From inspiration to action, it only takes 1 minute. I love to be with you because you have positive energy. Hi, Dr. Deng. Thank you, Teacher Mei Yun, Master Venerable, Masters of the Jing Bowl, and fellow practitioners all over the world. Good day. Can you open your screen, Dr. Deng? It's a very touching story. So Dr. Deng is trying to
我们这里帮你播放，但是你要告诉我们下一章，好不好？您直接讲就好了。我们现在看不到你的简报。
也可以。
好，那您直接讲好了。
Okay, so the Kaohsiung team is going to play his PPT.
我就不 share 了哦。
好，你就直接，你不 share，你直接讲，直接讲。
Okay, so Dr. Deng is going to start.
导播，简报的画面先出去。好，哎，他找到了哎，邓医师你找到了，哎，但是没有你的画面并，哎，对，全荧幕 OK 了。你100分了，给他掌声一下呀！成功了，成功了。
Okay.
好，那你自己操作。
Okay, now Dr. Deng is able to show his screen.
感恩。
Okay, and he can run his own slide.
大家分享的节目是从
Thank you.
行动到行动只需1分钟。那么在这1分钟里面，我真的
Yeah, I'm going to share with you from inspiration to action. It only takes 1 minute.
是怎么样？
Even though you cannot do much in 1 minute, but I'm going to share with you my experience.
我和慈济的缘是什么呢？其实和慈济的缘呢，是在远在
My affinity with Tzu Ji
2004年
it started in 2004 at the farewell ceremony for my classmate, Dr. Lin Shengyao. In a heavy rain and with a single gesture, I was welcomed into Tzu Ji. When destiny strikes, its power is unstoppable. Since discovering Tzu Ji, the waves of blessings have been unstoppable. This includes joining the English translation team for the Kaohsiung Online Book Club. And you look at Tzu Ji's uniforms, look very dignified. And that's why, with just a hand gesture, I'm called to Tzu Ji. The Dharma power is unresistible. So from no infinity, so I learned to give without asking anything in return. So every month we go to the senior home to provide free clinic, and also great love has no separation of religions. After so many free clinics, I learned many folks from Tzu Ji, and they really give selflessly. And from these free clinics, I had good affinities to meet many people. So the master taught us life is impermanent. We cannot be arrogant. We need to be modest. I want to share the blessing field of the online book club. In 2020, I started joining the English translation team. This is our team member. These are our team members. Last year, December 18th, I translated a 1-hour sharing by volunteers from Turkey. They were from the Mannerheim school run by the Tzu Ji and dedicated to educate Syrian refugee children. When translating, I was deeply moved. The volunteers shared the hardships of fleeing war and how to overcome them to help refugee children. Yeah, they were from well-to-do families, but they had to flee to Turkey. families are broken and they had to run away from the war and death. Lots of horror stories. They were not. They are professionals, but because of the language barrier, they couldn't find jobs. Life is full of challenges. So some people started making handcrafts and to make money, and some are just trying to find odd jobs here and there. So you can imagine if you were in their shoes, what would you think?
慈济设计的马纳海学校，这个马纳海学校其实很多时候是帮助那个土耳其的叙利亚难民的儿童，
They started helping with the Manahai school run by Tzu Ji, dedicated to educate Syrian refugee children.
就能够很胜任做这里马纳海学校的教师。可是除了教书之外，他们逐渐
Oh yeah, so they are teachers for the school. In addition to teaching in the school, they also started being Tzu Ji volunteers.
并且探望了许多需要帮助的家庭。
They visited many families who need help. While translating, I was deeply moved. The volunteers shared the hardships of fleeing war and how to overcome them to help these refugee children. They think charity service is an honor. It's a great recognition, and they are very happy to help the Tzu Ji charity or disaster relief work. Within 10 minutes, tears streamed down my cheeks, and my voice began to choke when I translated for them. I was very impressed with how many children they were able to help. I struggled to continue translating, but my poor performance was poor. Our master often taught us to appreciate our blessings, cherish them, and create more blessings. I began to reflect on my own blessings and to imagine how I would feel if I had to leave my home like them. Then tears welled up again, and I sobbed uncontrollably. The Turkish volunteers must have felt the same. This 1-hour translation was the most challenging one in my years of translation. However, I also deeply appreciated the importance of compassion and empathy. Emotion or rationality, which do you choose? Who am I? I found Master's teaching. It's best to maintain a balance between rationality and emotion in daily life. In Buddhism, this translates to compassion and wisdom. Neither can be neglected. If I have to choose, I believe emotion is more important than rationality. Rationality, yeah. Interpersonal bonds are the force that supports us in moving forward toward our life goals. An overly rational life with a lack of sensibility leads to a life of indifference, a lack of motivation to move forward, and you may have lost some opportunities.
所以这个过程中呢，我深深的体会到，其实慈悲和同理心的重要。
The moment I finished the translation, I felt a strong need to take action. I immediately contacted Teacher Meiyun to buy some suitable supplies from the Great Love, Gratitude, and Jingsi products. Yeah, these are the products on screen. Yeah, find these adequate products for the Turkish volunteers to bring back to Turkey or Syria. Their war was over, but the road to reconstruction was still long. If I'm filled with gratitude for that action, I made a quick decision, and Sister Mei was lightning fast in getting and arranging all items so neatly. Seeing Turkey volunteers leave with these Tzu Ji's blessings, I was more convinced that when inspiration turns into action, even the smallest act of kindness can bring infinite warmth and hope. Yeah, so the Tzu Ji volunteers from Turkey felt the love and compassion of folks in Singapore and Taiwan. Yeah, even a tiny thought of kindness brought infinite warmth and hope. Yeah, you can see that in the film that's just shown earlier, how volunteers helped the survivors in Hualien, Guangfu. Yeah, so when the kind thoughts gather together, we have lots of positive impact. Master taught us, willingness begins strength. I wish to do my right knowledge, right belief, right action can change darkness into infinite brightness. Even though I'm a Christian, but I've never regret to be a Tzu Ji volunteer. I'm very grateful, Master, to do all these for Buddhism and for sentient beings. Master taught us willingness brings strength. I wish to do my humble part to help Turkey volunteers facing adversity bravely and feel the warmth and support from the other side of the world. This is my sharing. I want to thank Master and thank everyone. So Teacher Mei said, stay here. And there was a story. So we started 2020 in April, and then we tested. After 1 month of testing, we started the English interpretation team first. Yeah, you were one of the first English interpreters. We are very grateful to you, Dr. Deng. When Master asked me whether we can make it multi-language, and I said yes, but I was nervous. My team member said, did you know what you just promised, Master? The California volunteer said, wow, Teacher Mei, you're in trouble. But I am very glad that the California volunteers started volunteering to be English interpreters. And then we have the CEO from Singapore and the CEO from Australia who also seconded the support. Then, so the US team expanded from one team to another. That's why in 2 months, we were able to get 5 teams for the 5 weeks of each month for English interpretation. I want to mention Dr. Deng asked me to order all these products. You can see. I'm very grateful that the Turkey volunteers were still in Kaohsiung. That's why when Dr. Deng called me in that minute, I was able to gather all these products together and yeah. So Teacher Ming just told the volunteers, you can take whatever you can bring back to Turkey. Oh. And the wife of Brother Hu Guangzhong, Sister Ruiz said, oh, these are too much. But Dr. Deng and the folks were very generous. So they were able to give all these Turkey volunteers these wonderful products. That's why whenever you have a good thought, put it into actions. So, Dr. Deng, you talk about the towels. I think we are able to gather maybe 1 million Taiwanese dollars. Anyway, we should be able to get promises for 1 million Taiwanese dollars donation for the towel. And we are very grateful to have these teams working together. Oh, here are some positive feedbacks from Canada and other parts of the world. We thank you. Thank you, sister from Jiayi. Okay. Let's applaud to Dr. Deng again. Thank you. You need to support our towels. And you can use the towels. And Dr. Deng already put his thumbs up. So let's thank Dr. Deng.